Welcome to Hungarian Horizon, a podcast about Hungary, its people, and their stories. My name is Balázs Frei.
And I'm Bálint.
Here with us today is Bence Zwecker, co-founder of the student-led startup Munch, whose main aim is to fight food waste by rescuing the surplus food of cafes, restaurants, hotels, and grocery stores. It's great to have you.
Hey, thanks for having me here.
So, what exactly is Munch?
Munch is a platform that enables restaurants, supermarkets, and bakeries to sell their surplus food at a discounted price. It's effectively an app and a website through which you can purchase whatever is left over at the end of the day as a consumer.
So how does Munch work exactly?
So our partner knows that every day they have X amount of food waste. They're not sure exactly what, but they have a rough estimate of the value of that food waste. So every day they upload that X amount of value of food waste onto the Munch platform. Let's say this is worth 10,000 forints, which goes into 5 different Munch bags. It's not specified what actually goes into a Munch bag. It's a surprise box because they don't know in advance. Our partners don't know in advance what will actually end up being the waste at the end of the day. So the partner uploads it onto the package. You as a consumer open up the Munch app, purchase the Munch package online, pay for it with your card, and then go pick it up at a pre-designated time slot, usually an hour before closing time.
And how did you and your partners first come up with the idea of Munch?
Well, actually, the original idea came from 2 of my partners who, during coronavirus, wanted to work with bakeries to organize home deliveries during lockdown. But the bakeries didn't really find this as a pain point, home deliveries during lockdown. But a pain point that they did have was that they had a lot of surplus pastry products left over because of the very uneven demand, changing week to week, day to day, because of the fluctuations of how people live their life during coronavirus. And they started researching down along these lines and what possibilities there are, looking at international examples, and that's sort of where the core concept started off from.
And what is your main mission?
Well, we like to think about it that our main mission isn't just saving food waste. Our main mission is to get people thinking about food waste. And we very much focus on communicating with our users, with our community.
And why is food waste such a problem?
Well, 1/3 of all food produced globally actually ends up being wasted, which is just an insane amount if you think about it. And this has a huge environmental cost. And especially with regards to food waste, it's also at least in my opinion, one of the social tragedies of our day.
And how significant an issue is food waste in Hungary specifically?
Well, in Hungary specifically, it's also a very major issue. Every year, every person throws away 65 kilograms worth of food, which is also a very, very significant amount. It's actually interesting to know that most of this food waste doesn't come from restaurants or bakeries or supermarkets. A very big portion of it is actually from our homes. So,
what steps have been taken in the recent years in terms of managing food waste in Hungary?
There's been actually a lot of rather high-profile media campaigns, and in the past year and a half especially, and Munch also fits very well into this big picture. There's been some very, very positive steps in Hungary in terms of working to raise public awareness on the issue of food waste and what we can do as an individual to actually combat food waste.
So, who are the target audience for Munch?
Well, that's actually a very interesting question. So, our initial hypothesis was that this would work only with university students, which to this day is actually a very big target audience of Munch. Their budget is an important aspect for them, feeling good about themselves and doing something environmentally sustainable is important for them. But what we found after the 7 months we've been around is that actually a lot of older people, even people 50, 60-year-old, really enjoy this communication of food waste and are really into this whole topic of living a more sustainable life. And they're actually some of the most active members of our community.
And you've obviously partnered up with a lot of restaurants, with a lot of bakeries. Were there any organizations that you were particularly impressed by their handling of food waste?
Yes, actually. Hats down to Tesco. They're not an official partner of Munch. Mm-hmm. They're an official partner of the Hungarian Food Bank Association. And the amount of effort they've put into getting their surplus pastry products and surplus vegetables to those in need is absolutely incredible.
In Western countries, such apps for fighting food waste have been around for quite some time now. Is Munch different from those, and if so, how?
We actually recently announced a very, very important strategic partnership which will follow Munch throughout its entire life and has the potential to change the lives of many people. We are starting to work together in a very integrated manner with the Hungarian Food Bank Association. The Hungarian Food Bank Association is a non-profit that currently works with manufacturers, like can manufacturers, to get food to those in need. And with this strategic partnership with Munch, we will work to develop digital solutions, to enable whatever isn't sold on Munch to get to those in need, and for people in need to have the active possibility to participate in food saving. We will be able to offer hopefully thousands of people high quality food at a very low price, or even if donor agreements work out, then even for free. And we will be able to do this while actually working a sustainable business.
And are you planning to expand your network domestically?
Yes, so we're actually planning to launch in other big cities in Hungary in February. Pécs is on the agenda, and then also Miskolc. And we're also looking to start growing organically throughout the country. We get a lot of people, like a lot of potential partners coming to us, interested in the potential of joining Munch. Hopefully in a couple of months, there'll be a Munch on every corner in Hungary.
That sounds fantastic. Do you believe you might expand beyond the borders of Hungary regionally?
Yes, we definitely have plans to expand in Slovakia, the Czech Republic, and Poland. We definitely plan to expand beyond Hungary.
Thank you very much for being here. It's been really great listening to your story and hearing about Munch.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here. It was a great experience.
Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon.